Hey guys, Scott Wozniak here. I thought for my first video for my channel, I'd kind of take you through my history of games and how I started with video games and how it became one of my passions. Anyways, I'm 22 now and I started gaming probably when I was about 4. Like it's been so long I can't even remember how old I was, but at the time it would have been 1994, so the Super Nintendo would have already been out. So naturally I should have started with the Super Nintendo, but believe it or not, my parents actually got me this instead. The NES. So I actually did start with this when the Super Nintendo was already out, and actually the N64 was almost going to come out in a couple of years. I still don't know why they got me this over the Super Nintendo, probably because it was cheaper, but I'm glad they did because this was a great system to start on. Came with 3 games when I first got it. Of course, naturally the first one has to be Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. The second one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. The third one, which I don't have, was RBI Baseball, I think. Never played that one much, but these 2 games here are what started my obsession with gaming, basically. Super Mario was the first one I played, obviously, and I remember just being so blown away at the time that I had a controller in my hands. I was able to move this character and make him jump, shoot fireballs. It was ridiculous. Like, even back then, I thought it was the most mind-blowing thing. Of course, I sucked at it. Like, honestly, I didn't beat Super Mario Brothers till like I'm gonna say like 5 years ago. Like I was really bad at video games when I started, but actually I probably played Duck Hunt more because that was even cooler to me that I could have the zapper, and shoot these ducks on screen and they die. Like I thought it was just the coolest thing, but played this game a lot. Never really got very far in it, but still a classic game. I still love playing it to this day, but probably the first game that I would play hours on end, the game that really, even my first addiction, I would say, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, which is, of course, a port of, the arcade game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. But this was just, this was so fun. Me and my brother would just play through this, like, we'd just pop it on every day. We'd play it all day, pretty much. Never did beat it, because this game, like it starts off fairly easy, but later in the later levels, they get long and ridiculously hard. Like, I think we got to Krang once, and we just could never beat him. Even to this day, I've played this game, like, quite often still, and I can't seem to ever beat Krang. Like, he just has too much health. I don't know. But those were the 2 games I started with. I eventually played more games, which I actually don't have right now. I'm planning to get them in my collection later, but Super Mario Bros. 3 I ended up playing. Actually, my babysitter would bring games over, and that's where I played that. Loved that game. I like it even more than Mario Bros. 1. Ninja Turtles 3 she had, the Manhattan Project, which is even better than the arcade game here, and it's basically in the same style, just a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Really, really fun though. But the series on the NES that just blew me away and sucked up all my time, and I've been a fan of the series ever since, are these games. Don't know if you can see them there, but Mega Man 1 through 6. Just show them all here. Oh, there's a bit of dust on that one. Now, I'd really like to get the boxes and manuals for these games, but it's pretty pricey. But these games here, I'll probably end up doing reviews on all of them, like Mega Man 1 through 10, the original series, X through X8 in the X series, because I'm just a huge fan of the Mega Man series. But in terms of the history with these games, the first game here, I never did play back in the day. I didn't know anyone that owned it. I didn't own it. But Mega Man 2, on the other hand, this game my friend had, I didn't have, but I would always go to his house and play it. But this, this is the classic Mega Man game. Everyone loves Mega Man 2. I do too. It's a fantastic game. Not my favorite in the series, but I certainly did play it a lot when I was younger. Also, Mega Man 3. This is another amazing game. I like it better than number 2. I don't think lots of people do like it better than number 2, but I like it. My friend, again, owned this one. I didn't. Mega Man 4, which my other friend at the time owned, and I played that a lot over there, this game. This game I like better than 2 and 3, actually, because I thought the Charge Buster was just an excellent addition to the series, just to be able to power up your shot. This game's a bit easier, I think, than Mega Man 2 and 3, but it's still, this game's really fun. But basically the game that started my love for the series, which it's not a popular choice by fans of the series. I get it. I see a lot of hate for this game, but I just love this game so much. That's Mega Man 5. Just everything about this game. The story at the time was just so awesome that, Proto Man, he's a bad guy? What's going on here? I thought Gravity Man's stage was just so cool at the time that you could, walk on the ceiling. The level design's great in this game. Nowadays I think this is probably one of the easier Mega Man games. I think that's might be why people don't like it so much, but I don't know, I love the music in this one. But as a kid, this is actually the only Mega Man game I did own, but I played this game to death. I'd beat it and I'd start it up immediately again, beat it again, over and over. Just I don't know, could never get enough of this game. Awesome game. And then finally, Mega Man 6, which I didn't play when I was younger, and I actually didn't even know it existed until the emulator days. Like when the emulators were starting to get pretty popular on the computers, then I discovered that this game actually existed, and I was like, what? There was a Mega Man 6? And that's why I played this, and this, again, another great addition to the series. But overall, that's kind of my history with the NES. That's, how it started gaming. It's always going to be one of my favorite consoles. Not my favorite console, but definitely one of my favorites. Of course, there's a bunch of other games I played at the time. Like Monster Party is another one I played. There's a bunch more. I don't own them, and I'm planning to get all the games I had back in the day, as well as just played back in the day. But that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm going to go into the Super Nintendo, how I got the Super Nintendo, the games I got with that, the N64. I think from here on I'm going to try to make some more unique videos. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet, but I thought I just started off with that little history of how I got into gaming and why I like it, and how I've been passionate for it ever since. Alright, thank you for watching.